Welcome to the new series called Alternate History. This is a series where there are made up countries, this is like a made up world. And let's see what's happening. So, right now, the Sasan Empire is in a war with the UAE because they've been in a war for a while, and the UAE has been pretty much beating them. And the Sasan Empire has been on a collapse recently. And this territory is starting to rebel. And it successfully rebels, creating a new country. But they've also wanted a part of Quara, or however you say that. But the Sasan Empire quickly retakes this, and they need to think fast. They are currently getting their ass beat, so they need to think of a strategy. So they encircle those soldiers right there. They also try to get back their coast of the Persian Gulf, but it doesn't go successful. And the UAE is on a roll. They also ask Hejaz to put their soldiers through, but they accept because they know they'll get destroyed. So, and Baghdad is quickly captured, and all of Iraq is taken. And they advance into Syria. Well, they just took the Sasan part of Syria. And yeah, they are pretty much getting destroyed. So they ask Delhi for help, but Delhi, they don't really care. Meanwhile, on the other side, Yamato is having a war with China, and so far it's going successful. They take this part right here, and they also, and this is the battle of whatever this island is called. I'm not sure. And this is the battle of this island, but they are quickly beat and pushed back, and they want to take Maku and Hon Hon back. Meanwhile, Vietnam is helping China and giving them aid. And this is their puppet state. It's pretty much just a Korean puppet state. And yeah, they quickly advance into it. They have the northern part of Korea. They don't fully advance, and they do advance. So this is a bit of a problem for them. But on this side right here, everything's going successful. But they notice they have a lot of soldiers here. So they decide to send those soldiers here, and they are quickly taken back. These were the borders, right? Okay, I'm not sure. I'll find out in a minute. Yeah, those were the borders, I think. I'm not sure. And this part is quickly taken, and they decide, and they encircle these soldiers, who quickly surrender. And their capital, Beijing, is in danger. Some soldiers just arrive on this coast right here. Meanwhile, there's some tension in southern Africa because Anter Moro wants Maravi in some part of Angola and Rwanda. But they are obviously not getting that, so they decide to start a war. They quickly invade Maravi and put their soldiers through this river, quickly taking it. And Angola and Rwanda see this, and they know that they're going to be next. So these soldiers are quickly encircled and taken. And they're like, okay, this is all they want. Stop the war. And to be honest, they don't really care, so they just stop. Meanwhile, on this side, the Central African Republic, this part of it, there's a part called Kanem, and they want independence, but they're rejecting this, so a civil war starts. And while this is happening, Egypt decides to take this part right here, and they support Kanem, and quickly they get beat. And this is humiliating for the Central African Republic. Meanwhile, in this part, there's also another war, which has been ongoing for a while, and it's Kabylia against Timbuktu. This is not their capital. Their capital is Tripoli. I don't know why that's there. And they are quickly beaten, and their capital falls. And they are quickly beaten. So yeah, they're now a part of Kabylia. Yeah, I don't think you should mess with them. Meanwhile, here is a war against the Romans and Basque in Francia, and they quickly advance into the Battle of Madrid, which we'll get to in a minute. And here, oh, I forgot to put in Monaco. And here, they're advancing, but they are quickly pushed back. And yes, Switzerland is also neutral in this universe. But they also decide to take this back and they encircle these soldiers right here. And then they encircle this. And then they encircle this. They are encircling a lot of people. Then they do that, completely splitting this in half. So Germany decides to declare war on Francia, but it's pretty much too late. They don't get really much territory because they quickly take that, and the Germans are not happy about this. So they make the dumb decision of declaring war on the Romans. And that's very dumb, as the Czech Republic is quickly taken, and they're encircling soldiers right here. So yeah, and they then take this, and Poland decides to try to get the coast. They finally have a coast, but Kaliningrad, because Kaliningrad took it, and there's a very weird border here. So they just give that part of Poland, because that's pretty weird. But well, what the heck? This is not supposed to happen. But yeah, and then they kind of surrender, and the German Empire is quickly taken, and they are now just Germany. And yeah, and in Madrid is almost taken, and they put in a lot of soldiers, and it goes successful. And then there's the Battle of Lisbon, which also goes successful, and this is taken. And Basque is nearly cooked, and they take this part from them. And they now have the biggest battle, the Battle of Bibelo, which they are encircled right now, which is not good. And Francia gives them aid, and this fails. Right here, England also decides to give them some aid here. But meanwhile, Harryland annexes the English part of Wales from them. And yeah, and they quickly take this. And Basque gets some land back, try to take Madrid back, but that doesn't work, and they are encircled again. But that's all for today's video, and if you're excited to see what's going to happen in part 2, then stay tuned.